And this is the first test of my robotics project.
In today's video, we're going to talk about 3 psychological lessons that we learned from Big Hero 6.
You graduated high school when you were 13, and this is what you're doing?
Okay, so the first psychological lesson is maturity. Hiro graduated when he was 13 years old. And I think this is a nice perspective from Disney. Most teens tend to act very stupid, for lack of better words. However, Hiro is actually very mature for his age, despite a couple hiccups. I thought to myself, why is Hiro so mature for a teenager? Why does this happen? I did some research, and it turns out that a traumatic experience can cause a child or a teenager to mature faster than most children their age. And if you saw the movie, you know why Hiro is so mature.
Oh, what would Mom and Dad say?
I don't know. They're gone. They died when I was 3, remember?
Hiro lost his parents when he was young. He does have the support of his aunt and his older brother, but they don't completely fill the role of mom and dad. So this may have forced Hiro to mature quickly, and as a result, it allowed him to think more like an adult. Now, in my case, I didn't do too much stupid stuff when I was a teenager. I was kind of the odd one out like Hiro because I did have some difficult stuff in my past that kind of matured me and made me stand out. But all that to be said, you can be young and mature. Case in point, Hiro. It was an unfortunate thing that happened to Hiro, him losing his parents, but it did give him an upgrade in the long run. Speaking of upgrade, that leads us to our next psychological lesson.
You guys, do you feel this? Our origin story begins. We're gonna be superheroes!
So I wouldn't say this clip or this lesson is about self-actualization per se. I will say is that there are natural talents that humans have that they can upgrade and do better than most people. Everyone has their natural abilities, but they don't grow on their own. It takes time and effort to actually improve and upgrade, and you see this with Hiro and his team. All of his friends have different unique talents that Hiro helps them to upgrade and improve on. And this is another cool perspective, and this is Disney telling us basically every human is a nerd about something. Every human is a nerd about something. If you're a grown 21-year-old man who's talking about an animated movie on the internet, it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but I feel like this is kind of encouraging us just to be ourselves and to appreciate our uniqueness and our fascinations, because nowadays nerds are quite popular. In fact, the most influential people and companies, no lie, they're all originated by nerds. Social media, the idea was created by a nerd. I'm not talking about Mark Zuckerberg. That's a whole nother movie for a whole nother video for a whole nother day. Steve Jobs, business nerd. Disney, animation and story nerd. Being a nerd is what keeps me from becoming the Joker. Seriously. Our third psychological lesson comes from a big nerd in the movie who was Tadashi.
I'm not giving up on you. You don't understand this yet, but people need you. So let's get back to work.
So this was kind of a bit of a sore subject for me because I'm actually filming this during the week of a funeral. I lost a close family member, my grandma, in death this week, and this is kind of what made me bring up Big Hero 6. At first, I was very scared to process it because, give me 5 minutes, just the temptation is to, I'll be right back. Case in point, like Louis, sometimes if you have lost someone that you care about, some people could lash out and be angry like Hiro. Some people may be very avoidant like me. But I love what Baymax did with Hiro. The simple line is
this what Tadashi wanted?
I think that speaks volumes. And that was a bold move for Disney to put in a quote-unquote kids movie. Ask anybody who's lost a parent, sibling, loved one. Inevitably, we all have the same thing in common. If the person we lost was still alive today, would they want us to be avoidant, angry, depressed? Would they want us not enjoying life because they're not there? Obviously, if the person was here, they would want us to enjoy life. They wouldn't want us to stop living because they're not here. So I'll put all the references and the research that I did here. So for all these psychological lessons, this isn't just me pulling this out of thin air. I'll put all the resources down below. One way that Hiro tried to honor Tadashi was by living in a way that honored his brother, which is by helping people. And I think a lot of people decide to honor their loved ones by living in a way that will bring their loved ones joy, in a way that their loved ones will be proud of. I thought it was bold for Disney to teach children that at a young age. So with that being said, that's it. That's just a brief overview of some of the psychological lessons that I liked and I appreciated from Big Hero 6. Maturity despite being younger, upgrades, and despite loss, live in a way that honors your loved ones. So with that being said, that's it. That's enough talking. I'm gonna go get my dog again, who's barking at trucks. If you enjoyed the video, you can give it a like. If you want to talk more down below, feel free to let me know. If you really enjoyed the video, you can share it. And if you're feeling froggy and you want to support the Field's Fitness or Fitness and Fandom fam, just do all three. As always, remember to stay mentally fit, emotionally fit, and physically fit. And I will see you all in the next video.